Well, hello. It feels like it's been a long time since I just sat down and talked to you. So welcome to the first weekly vlog of 2021. Here's hoping that this year is going to be better. I am joining you at 10 p.m. on a Sunday night because I just wanted to share with you a couple of books that I finished this week. I am going to go back to doing book mail, book wrap-ups and everything included in these vlogs, but then I will also be doing a monthly book haul. So if that's what you want to see, then feel free to just wait till then. But I know quite a lot of you like my vlogs, so we'll see how it goes. So I finished 3 books this weekend, and the first of those was this ARC copy of Sarah Manning's Rescue Me, and this is already on a blog tour on my Instagram, and I really loved this book. I gave it a 4-star in the end though, because while I loved, really loved basically it's a romance and the 2 main characters end up co-parenting a dog together, and the descriptions of the dog and the adopt don't shop message was really perfect. However, there were a few things that really just stuck in my throat about this one. So firstly, I think is it Margot, or I just made that up? Yeah, sorry, I'm reading another book with a Margot in it, but Margot has that trope of, oh, I'm 36, should I be freezing my eggs, blah blah blah. And I know that that is realistic for some people, but just in a book it just drives me mad. It's just one of those things that I just hate reading about, but that's a personal preference. And the other thing that made me mark this down, I think I may have given it a 3.5 star actually, thinking about it, but is that all throughout Margot is described as a feminist, and the author made a big deal of the fact that she was wearing a feminist slogan sweatshirt and blah blah blah, and then she says something about not wanting to dress slutty, and I just, yeah, that just made, it's one of those things, there's such minor bits in the story and I really enjoyed the rest of the story and couldn't put it down, but those 2 bits just stuck in my head. So this is a fantastic romance, really loved it, but just be aware of those 2 things going in because they drove me mad. And the second book that I finished, I have been listening along to this on Scribd and reading along at the same time, and that's Sue Moorcroft's The Christmas Promise. Now this disappointed me in the way that I wouldn't call it a Christmas book. I think this is probably in the same way that some people say that Die Hard is or isn't a Christmas movie because it's set at Christmas. I think we're going in the same way with this book. It was a lovely romance and it had some really hard hitting topics in it. This was written in 2016, but it's a very kind of clear look at the kind of Me Too movement, and our main character Ava has given her, he was her boyfriend at the time, some explicit photos, and he threatens to share them. And she feels like she'll get blamed for giving him those images in the first place. And I thought that was really, really well done. But I didn't think this needed to be set at Christmas. And when I pick up a Christmas book, I really want it to be all out Christmas. So that's where I was disappointed by this one. I think I gave this one a 3-star. Like I say, it was a good romance, but it maybe had a few too many plot points in it. But it was the first I'd read from Sue Moorcroft, and I will definitely pick up more in the future. And the last book that I finished this week, and I don't have a physical copy, so I'll put a picture of it here, and that is One to Watch. And I have this on NetGalley, thanks to the publishers, and I will definitely be buying myself a copy of this because this book, again, almost perfect for me. The plus size representation in this, so it starts at the beginning. I don't think this is a spoiler, but our main character B is when the story starts, she is a college student and she is doing a year in France, and she's very jealous that because of her size she can't buy any kind of vintage clothes and things because they don't come in her size, and I definitely know what that is like. And then she finds this flea market. Anyway, ends up having this conversation with a woman and managing to buy, I think it's a velvet cape that she just falls in love with, and that sparks her enjoyment of fashion. And then B, as a plus size blogger, writes a kind of scathing report on this dating show, which I think is a bit like The Bachelorette. It's called Main Squeeze, and I have never watched The Bachelorette, but I am a big reality TV fan. It is my guilty pleasure, and I totally agree with B that the representation is pretty terrible in these kinds of shows. So when they ask her to be the next Main Squeeze, she doesn't know whether they're doing it to kind of take the mick or what. And this is told in like a mixed media of text messages and blog posts and tweets. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. The only thing that I did think, I mean, it's a debut novel, so I think for a debut novel it was fantastic. But the one thing that just, again, stuck in my throat a little bit was that there were a lot of, obviously the fat representation was great, and there's a gender non-conforming character and an asexual character, which I think were both done really well. But in terms of race diversity, I kind of felt like some of that was a bit 2D and a bit diverse for diversity's sake, if I can say it like that. I think it was just that people were given these characteristics of being a different ethnicity, but then that was not really explored. It was just a description rather than showing that through their personality. But yeah, I think I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars, and so far it's my favourite of this year. I have only read 3 though. My battery is blinking at me that it is dying now, so I'm going to go and get into bed and read for a little bit, and then I will probably see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is literally 6:05 on Wednesday morning. I had intended to speak to you every evening, talk about bookmail, what I'd been reading, but my new job is just, I'm absolutely loving it. I think I'm definitely made the right decision, but I am exhausted. So like last night I went to bed at like 8 o'clock. I'm having to get up at 5:30, and I don't actually need to get up that early. I get the bus at 7. But one thing I found is that I'm not a morning person. So giving myself time to just kind of get ready slowly is, I need to do some workouts on my arms, is helping me immensely. I will do a bit of a bookmail haul probably on Friday, because at Friday I'm working from home on college stuff. However, on Monday night, I stayed up really late and finished, not Monday night, it must have been Sunday night, swapping arms. Anyway, one night this week, I stayed up really late and finished Rory Power's Burn Our Bodies Down. And this book was sent to me by Book Break, and I don't really want to, like, spoil it for anyone. It's a mystery thriller, possibly. The blurb on the back is about this long. I'm still half asleep, can you tell? And yeah, it's weird, but I've not read Rory Power before. I do have Wilder Girls on my TBR, which I want to get to soon, because the way that she writes is just, I could not put it down. And it was very, very nearly a 5-star for me, but there was just something near the end that I thought, I can't quite give it a 5-star. So that gets a 4.5 star from me. I will probably speak to you possibly tomorrow, possibly not till Friday. And yes, I'm still wearing my Mary Petmas pyjamas, so that's a thing. Hello. So it is Saturday morning. I got up this morning, changed into fresh PJs and have stayed in them all day. Not ashamed to admit that. I don't know if I've already said this in this vlog, but I am absolutely loving my new job. But working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and having a couple of hours commute on top of that has just sent my fatigue levels through the roof. So all this week I have pretty much finished work, got home, eaten and gone to bed. However, I have just finished buddy reading, full disclosure, with Victoria, and we're on it's either the 8th or the 9th of January today. I think it's the 9th. And I'm ready to call this as my top book of the year because I just don't see how any other book is going to top this for me. Without going into too much details of the plot, Simone is at high school, she's got great friends and she starts socialising with Miles. However, she's directing the musical as well, which you know that any book that mentions a musical straight away has to be like a 4-star for me. And she's also HIV positive and she hasn't disclosed that. And this book, this is just a shining beacon of diversity done right. Cameron Garrett, for a debut novel, this woman can write. I've sobbed in this book. Actually sobbed. I've laughed. This book is sex positive. This book it has black representation, it has queer representation. There's someone coming to terms with their bisexuality and questioning that, but it's all just done in such a natural way that I've literally just finished it and I want to read it again. That's how much I enjoyed this book, and I can't say that about many books. So yeah, I will be very, very surprised if any book comes near to this #1 spot. Oh, it was just perfect. And I've just gone and pre-ordered Cameron Garrett's next book to come because Insta by author, you cannot write a book like that and not become an Insta by author. So I'm giving this like 500 stars because a 5-star just doesn't feel like enough for this book. I'm starting to realise that most books that I buddy read with Victoria get a really high rating, and this book would have got a 5-star whether we read it together or not. We didn't really discuss this one as we were reading it because I've been really slow. And I just think everybody should go and buy it. What else can I say? Just, if you've got this book and like me, I've had this a while and it's just been sat on my TBR, go and pick it up right now and read it and let me know what you think. And if you don't like it, I don't think we can be friends anymore. Basically. I just wanted to share with you as well some book mail that I've had this week. So after finishing Rescue Me, I'd got a Amazon gift card that still needed finishing up. So I've been keeping my eye out for books on there. And because I enjoyed Rescue Me, I picked up The Rise and Fall of Becky Sharp. And can you see here, when it came, it was all bent out of shape. And it really, really pees me off when Amazon do that because it's just careless in the packing. And so I got a refund for that. So then I also picked up Kate and Clara's Curious Cornish Craft Shop, that is a mouthful, by Ali McNamara. My pre-order of Kylie Reid's Such a Fun Age came through and it has these beautiful sprayed edges, and so I think I'm going to start that tonight. I am still reading a book for a book tour, but it's kind of, I think it's going to sit around the 3-star mark. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not, like, in comparison to Full Disclosure, it's just not a can't put this down. But this, I think, will be. This is a 5-star prediction, so I hope that I'm not wrong. And then last but not least, I got a piece of book mail from one of my lovely viewers. So this is from Jo, and thank you so much, Jo. Jo says that she discovered my channel a few months ago and Loved watching them. I just wanted to say thanks. And this book was one of her favourites of 2020, and that's Sarah Crosson's Toffee. I have only read one Sarah Crossan I've only read one Sarah Crossan book, which was Here is the Beehive. Sorry, just looking down there because that's where it is. And I really, really loved that one. So I'm sure that I'm going to love Toffee. So thank you so much, Joe, for sending me that. I just love books coming through the door. I can't get enough of books. And so yeah, we have a pizza on the way, so I'm going to go and eat that and just chill again for the rest of the night, and probably do about the same tomorrow. Obviously we are still in lockdown. As you're watching this, it's Sunday night and I'm getting ready for another week at work. And yeah, there should be a video coming up on Wednesday. There may not be because I'm in two minds what to film at the moment. But if you enjoyed this vlog, please let me know below. I always wondered if people are actually going to enjoy just me literally sitting and talking to a camera. But if you do, then I will do that again next week. And yeah, until next time, look after yourselves. Bye.